This illustration deals with controlled equipment in accordance with 490.35 B as in boy 1 and B 2. The purpose of the change was to provide a revision, and this revision has been made to clarify the requirements for control equipment, relays, motors, and the like were operating at 1,000 volts nominal or less. The purpose of this subsection is to require that when any compartment containing low voltage equipment, is open, there should be no high voltage parts or wiring exposed to contact in the open compartment. The section 430.35B of the 2017 National Electrical Code offers two conditions that will allow low voltage components to be installed in compartments having exposed high voltage energized parts or voltage wiring. But these two conditions are interrelated and should actually be stated as one. Condition 1 requires interlocking to prevent an access means from being opened or removed at any time. There is no allowance to open the access means even if the high voltage switch or disconnect is in the isolating position. Condition 2 requires that when the switch and disconnecting means is in the non-isolated position, that there can be no low voltage parts in the compartment, which would require the parts moved from the compartment when the switch is moved to the isolated position. Now, first of all, we want to determine the equipment that you see in the illustration. Is it high voltage or low voltage? So, yeah, first, when we look at it, the high voltage compartment with a switch. So we do have high voltage there, see. And then if we go up to the second call out that I call it isolation barrier, you see there. And then the third thing, you have your low voltage instruments, relays, and so forth. Per 490.35 B as in boy 1, isolated from the high voltage when the compartment is open. So that kind of gives you an illustration of what this revision is all about. Now, reviewing the note 1, when high voltage switching is energized, the low voltage compartment is isolated from the high voltage compartment is outlined in 490.35 B1 and B2 of the NEC. The note 2 now states for requirement of retrofit trip units, see 490.21A2, and then of course you can go to Article 100 and a retro kit is defined there, so you know exactly what they're talking about here in case you do not. Now, the reminder that I'd like to remind you of is a couple things. For storage on top of transformers, this is new. Now think about this real close. For storage on top of transformers, we would see 450.9 and it's prohibited. You can't store anything on top of the transformer. You remember how we used to maybe take you'd see electricians take their lunch kit and other things and sit it on top of a transformer. That's prohibited now by 450.9. And then for retrofit of trip units, listed type, see 490.21A5. Now, I think that pretty well will give you enough information to get a full understanding of why this revision was implemented into the code.